They called it Expansion.89 brand new homes. All beige, all identical. Rising on the other side of the old windbreak where my father used to park his tractor. The day I saw the first sold sign, I laughed. The land wasn't theirs to sell. It was mine. Every inch of it. The title had been in my family since 1926, recorded, stamped, and tucked inside a steel box in the county archives. A quirk of old surveying had left that corner of the subdivision, 22 acres of prime clay soil, still under our name. My father always said the paper was worth more than the dirt. He wasn't wrong. But when I brought the deed to the developer's office, the manager smiled that corporate smile. "Must be a mistake," he said. "We've got permits. We've got maps." I had one thing they didn't. History written in ink that hadn't faded. For months, I watched the foundations crawl across my land, concrete and rebar eating memory. They cleared the pecan grove, buried the irrigation ditch, and built cul-de-sacs where cows once drank. I tried reason first. Letters, meetings, legal notices. Every reply came from the HOA's lawyer, wrapped in language sharp enough to cut, but hollow enough to echo. "Your claim is under review," they wrote. "Please refrain from trespassing on community property." Community property. They used my land, my trees, my soils, and called me the trespasser. That's when the tone inside me changed. I hired a title attorney. Quiet man, gray suit, eyes like ledgers. We spent weeks in the recorder's office, cross-referencing parcel maps. He traced signatures, survey pins, zoning approvals. What he found was simple. The developer's surveyor had overlaid the wrong township grid. Every single one of those 89 homes sat a few feet, some a few yards out onto my legally recorded parcel, a single misplaced coordinate. 89 encroachments. 89. Ticking clocks. Technically, he said. They're all squatting. I didn't shout. I didn't storm any meetings, I just started buying silence, public record copies, court filings, appraisal notes. Then I filed for a quiet title action, a legal process that asks the court to clarify ownership. It's slow, methodical, and absolutely devastating when it lands. The HOA didn't panic at first. They thought it was a nuisance claim. They sent another lawyer, then two. Then when the county judge signed the preliminary order, they realized the ground beneath their pastel houses wasn't metaphorically unstable. It was literally not theirs. That's when I began the second phase. Liens, each property, each mortgage, each home sale, I attached a claim. Small, precise, legal, you can't refinance. You can't sell. You can't move, not until I'm paid. Word spread faster than floodwater. Real estate. Agents withdrew listings. The HOA board called emergency meetings. The developers' investors sent panicked letters. Their insurance carrier froze. Payouts until the title was clear. And me? I went to work every morning like nothing had changed. I mowed my half-acre, fixed the fence posts that now overlooked a silent street of strangers, and waited. Some tried to bargain. One man, trembling, offered me $50,000 to release his lot. Another left a letter on my porch begging me to delay foreclosure because his wife was pregnant. Read every word. I remembered every insult from the months before. The notes on my windshield calling, "Me old man squatter," the laughter when I warned them about boundary lines. I wasn't cruel, I was patient. When the first judgment arrived, I filed for foreclosure one property. Then another, one by one, deeds flipped in the county system like dominoes. The HOA tried to consolidate the claims, but they were trapped. Their lawyer had missed a statutory filing deadline, and my attorney caught it. Legally, the subdivision was now a patchwork of homes standing on contested ground. By winter, the developer had gone bankrupt. The HOA's president resigned. The county tax board stopped issuing occupancy permits until ownership was resolved. The subdivision became a ghost of itself. Sprinklers dry, lawns dead, for sale signs leaning in silence. That's when the guilt set in. A kid's tricycle sat rusting on a porch that now technically belonged to me. Christmas wreath still hung on a door no one dared open. Families moved out overnight, afraid of court notices. What started as justice began to feel like rot. One evening, as I walked through the cracked cul-de-sac, a young father stepped from his doorway. He didn't threaten, didn't beg, just asked, "What do you want from us?" I looked at the homes, my land, their lives, and said, I wanted them to remember who owned the ground before concrete. I sold half the properties back at cost. The rest, I donated to the county for low-income housing under one condition. The original subdivision name had to change. They renamed it Ash Grove, after the trees they'd cut down. The headlines called it the foreclosure that swallowed a town. I didn't feel victorious. The money covered the legal fees and little else. My father's grove was gone, replaced by rows of dull roofs and mailboxes that no one trusted anymore. Justice came, but it came hollow. Now every morning I walk the edge of the property line and feel both pride and sorrow. The land is still mine, but it no longer feels like home. They built 89 houses on my soil, thinking ownership was a matter of maps. I proved it was a matter of memory, and memory, once awakened, doesn't forgive easily. Like and subscribe for more stories.